right, welcome back, everybody. I'm ElderBarrySirUp, and welcome to episode 18 of FTB Plexiglass Mountain. This is actually a re-record of this episode because the first time I recorded it, my recording did not work properly. So I removed everything I had, and we're just going to start over. So in the original recording, I went ahead and made all these good things here. Why are those two different? I'm not sure. All right. But what we're doing is during the last episode, we started with our mystical agriculture, but we need a lot more essence. So I came over here and I was turning on the mob farms, and we quickly ran out of power for our mob farm. Quickly ran out of power for our mob farms. I don't know what happened. Something was going wrong with the Tesseract. So for now, I put in a temporary dimensional cell for each of them, both of which are also connected to the environmental controller. It seems to be holding out all right, but I also want to go ahead and try do some other new things, right? New to this season. We're going to be using RF Tools Power for the Endergenic mod, or for Enderpearls, essentially powering everything. We're going to, let me grab everything out of here. Make sure I didn't. Yep. So our Pearl Injector, more lights. So we're going to go down here and we're going to start with that. Now, the other mod we're going to be playing with today is going to be XNet. We're going to be using XNet in order to move items and power from this setup, to and from the setup. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to place down our Pearl Injector. Now I'm placing it right here because directly above is our Ender Pearl storage drawer. So we're just going to pump them straight down here. So this mob farm up here, which is being powered by that power, will provide more Ender Pearls, which will then in turn just keep this going forever. So I don't even have to worry about shutting it off when the power's full. Excuse me. I'm so sorry about that. I don't have to worry about wasting power. We can just waste as much as we want that's coming from this particular system. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to set down our energetic. That's all they say, energetic. I thought they used to have more to the name, but we're going to set one down directly behind the Pearl Injector, skip 2 blocks, and then do that again. And we're going to do this clockwise, so 2 blocks between each one for a total of 4 of them. Now, from there, we want to grab our RF Smart Wrench. We're going to right click on the first one and then select that destination for the next. And then we are going to do this again all the way around. So now they are set up. Grab those Ender Pearls out. I don't want to start this before we intend to. Next, we're going to put down our Ender monitors, going in the same clockwise pattern. And then we're going to add one on the outside here that's on the same side as our Pearl Injector. Next up is our sequencers. We need 6 of these in total. And they, as you can see, they're already set. We're going to set each one of the inside ones to 3 and 5, once 2. And what this is going to do is it's going to prevent a pearl from getting to it and running into itself and messing up our sequence. Once 2 means once a signal is received, it's going to loop the cycle once and restart if it gets a new pulse. So all the internal ones are going to have that same setup. You use your smart wrench to turn those around. These, we want all of them set to pearl fired as well. And you could tell if you look up at the top, you can see what each of these settings are at, just to make sure 3 and 5, 3 and 5 on each of those, and then pearl fired for each of those. And pearl fired on this one as well. We're going to take these other 2 sequencers, and we're going to set those to 1 and 3, pointing inwards, but also on once 2. So both of them are doing the same thing. Next up, one of the last items we have to set down for this, for the actual setup, is a timer. We're going to set this to 30 ticks. So every 30 ticks, this will reset if it receives a redstone pulse. Why is that? Oh, it's because it's still on its old. So as a demonstration right quick, place out a little bit of redstone there. So every 30 ticks, that's going to send out a pulse. You see the lights pulsing right there. So if I push that, it's going to reset it and prevent it from sending that pulse. So what the reasoning that we want to set this down is if for some reason we've lost pearls or whatever and it's not firing off, this is going to jumpstart our system. So next up is pretty much just the vanilla redstone here. Just like that into those. Now, you know what? I want to see about our redstone pin. Let's get that redstone pin out. Uh, let's see if this is going to work out. I would like it to go out there, then to there, but not there, right? So I can actually make this a lot smaller and not send off redstone where I don't want it. There we go. And let's see if that's actually working. Is it working? Do I have to have the first one be in real redstone? Let's put a pin out to here so we can see. Yeah, so it is working. Did that one have to be real redstone? No, it does not. So we're going to stick just like that. All right, and we don't want that. We're going to go around. We're going to continue this line like such. We're going to get a redstone signal going there to the pearl injector. Going out this way. I like this pin. That's pretty cool. I was hoping I'd find a good use for this. And to there. So now, every 30 seconds, that's going to send off a signal to say, hey, kickstart. So now we just need to drop in a couple ender pearls and see if it launches. Yes, it's launching. All right. So as you can see, the power is building up very quickly. These can hold up to 5 million RF, and each one of them is generating 2,800 a tick. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Um, yeah, that's just look at that. It's just building up. Those pearls are injecting. Is something wrong with my what's it called? The animations particles. No, I got all particles on. Uh, normally these would light up and tell you, and you could tell what color. I don't know if they took that out in this pack or if it's an Optifine issue, because Optifine does not necessarily work with everything. But yeah, so there we go. That is shooting off. We've went through 6 of those ender pearls so far. When one gets lost, it'll shoot off the next one, and so forth. It's just RNG really. What's going to happen is sometimes they will fail, sometimes they won't. But we've getting so much. See, this one here is doing 4,000 RF tick, 2,800, 1,600. All right, so we are going. Yeah, we're down to our last ender pearls, and that's fine because that was just our little test. Next up, it's time to set up some XNet. So in XNet, the first thing we want is our controller. And it's at this point where I realized my recording was not working properly. So let me double check. Yes, it looks like we're good. Okay, I should have been checking that last time. I usually do. So right above here, like I said, we have a drawer. So I'm going to take this controller and I'm going to set it here. Yeah, why not? It does need RF. So actually, yeah, we'll leave it. we'll do this right here, because I'm going to want some power coming directly into the controller. We're going to need to go back up here and get our controller out of here, because those things go all the way down. And oh, there it is. Yeah, so our controller is right here. It's going to need power, so we'll set it right there. And we need some cables at RF, and oh no, I'm sorry, at XNet. And we're going to go with red, and the reason we're going with red is because we have a bunch of red dye. Looks like we're going to need more string. We should have plenty. Yes, we do. Thank you, Create Farms. So we'll grab us a bunch of cable. We're going to get some connectors. Me personally, I prefer to have all of my connectors as smart connectors or advanced connectors, because you can choose like which direction do you want things to come into and out of. 8 should be more than enough. We're going to place one on top of each of these, and I'm going to rename them. I'm going to say uh, we'll say out one, pearl drawer, and we'll run just cable straight down to there. Get all of these connected up as such. All right. There we go. Just like that. Just like that. All right. Next up, we are going to program it. So for the connector, our first channel actually is going to be power, XNet energy, create. And this is going to be extract. We're going to copy this connector and paste that to all of those. We want them to extract energy. And then for the injector, that does not need any power. No power needs to go to it or from it. And this controller, we will paste that as well. So now the power is going to that. Let's get this removed because it's been jump started. If we ever run out of power on it for whatever reason, we can always come back and re-jump start it. Is it getting its power? Oh, we need this to be insert. There we go. There it goes. So this system is being powered by this system. All right. So that is that part. Now, second one, we're going to do item, create. And from our drawer, we are going to create one and extract. We want to extract only ender pearls. Not that it could extract anything else because it's connected directly to there. However, if that was the drawer controller, we would want it to say what it can extract. And then for our injector, we want to create and insert, and there it goes. It's inserting our ender pearls now. Now for ejection, we can say, hey, I want you to do an entire stack at a time. And there it goes. It's going to fill that up, an entire stack, and it'll keep it completely full at all times. So as you can see, all that power building up, building up. There we go. Now we need to get this power somewhere. So let's get, I do like the energy cubes from Mechanism. I really do. So let's create one of those. Actually, do we have the stuff we would need? Lithium? No, not just yet. Maybe we'll work on that next for massive power storage. So get some more. We're going to need quite a few of these. Just all the time. We're going to need those. There. We're going to bump this sucker up. Get the Elite. It's trying to charge right now. Let's place this. Let's place it here. All right. Now, the power that's in there is because of the wireless charger that's above us, keeping my ring and everything else charged up. This one we want only the. Well, I didn't pay attention to which side I put that down on, so let's go upstairs and grab that. I really need to adjust that. It's not usually so much of a problem because we don't do too much over here. All right, where did I put that? On the outside here. So on the east side, we want input. There we go. And as you can see, it has two different inputs because these are both connectors. So I'm not wasting any connectors. So let's actually, well, we're going to waste some because I want them all individually named. And that's just me personally. All right. So we'll throw it on top here. So on the bottom, input, go back to, and right here we need to put a controller in, a connector. We do not want it to do anything on the down. So here on the down, create, insert power. And there it goes. There goes 102 million RF being powered up quite quickly. I thought these held 500 million. No, it's 5 million. And this holds 102 million. All right. Now we could set up a redstone signal coming off of, well, maybe one of these back here with a comparator so that it shuts everything down. But like I said, we're not going to do that. We're just going to let it waste the ender pearls because it's not going to use all of them as long as we keep that system on. We currently have 100 or 1,891 and it's just going up. Let me lock that. Why is that not locked? Quantity. There we go. All of them should be locked. All right. Is there anything else in here? It don't matter. All right. So yeah, now we have our power system going. Now we're going to take and we're going to turn off this intermin farm here temporarily. So yeah, we want everything off because where's that growling coming from? Is it up top? It is up top. There he is. Ooh. Yeah, you can't reach me, dude. Yeah. No, go away. All right. So yeah, we're going to turn these off temporarily. Remove that and that. So there's a second layer on this one because for some reason when those zombies were spawning, they were spawning in between the block or like at the bottom of the block and just falling through. So I added a second layer. All right, so power, we'll grab that guy. And before I forget to, come on, let me out of here. All right, before I forget that we need that, put it in our inventory here. All right, now we need to run power to these guys. So let's grab another connector. It'd help if I push the right button. At RF connector. No, it's XNet. Get an advanced connector. And we have plenty of cable. So we're going to take this connector and place it there. Now, that cable there can go away. Let me come back here, grab this guy. All right. And we're going to name this connector Mob Farm. Oh man, my recording just messed up again, and for some reason it had paused. Okay, so let's go back to where we left off, where the stop. We named the cable here. Let me put the facades in my hand. Go over that in a second. We named that the Mob Farm Power. Going down here, we set the bottom of this to input output. Created a new energy channel. It's extracting energy from there and inputting into Mob Farm Power. And all of these have began building up their energy because this is full. Then we created some facades, and the way these facades work, we right click on what we want it to look like, and then right click the item you want to put it on. And the cool thing is, when you use this facade, is it shows you if they're in walls or inside facades where your cables are. So let me get rid of that. So we don't want it there. There we go. Okay. And then we said, hey, let's go ahead and set up a quick little blazing generator just as a demonstration and see what we can do from there. I'll optimize it or whatever later on. So this whole setup right here is not fully optimized. There in no way is it optimized. However, it is a very easy setup and proven to work. So that's what I use. I don't go into the super optimization of them. I've never had any reason to. They produce plenty of power. That's 20 million right there, and then another 100 million here. And it's unlimited interpearls as long as we turn these things on. So, or as long as this guy's on, because he is making plenty of interpearls. We're at 1800, and it's just going to keep going up. So we can also put dimensional cells or whatever on these to send power elsewhere, but we're just going to leave this as the mob farm generation. Now what I want to show you right quick, because this is another option from RF Tool Powers, is the blazing agitator and so forth. So we'll set down the generator, the infuser, and the agitator. Now they do need power, so let's do this over on the other side. User. All right. Let's do this over here. So we've got the infuser, agitator, and generator. Now, when we put in, I'm just going to grab a cell right quick because we do have some up there. I'll use that to power them up. And there we go. And we'll set all of these to out so they get the power that they need. Everything's on out. Why aren't you? Oh, is this going at its max? Probably. We'll let that get filled up. Cable. Try this mechanism. We'll get, oh, they're right here. Just do this. And that, is that the correct one? Nope. It is south. So, there we go. We'll set that to output. That'll probably get them a little bit faster. Right? Oh, this build. This is where the power goes. It gets created from. Yeah. Sorry about that. Don't know what I was thinking. All right, so we'll put one here as the outbound. All right, so the first thing we do, we grab us some blaze rods. And remember, we have a blaze farm top of us, so we could easily automate this just like we did the ender pearls. Throw in those blaze rods. Let's give it a little tick acceleration, because this is just for demonstration purposes. They'll get these lifted up to, oh man, does that really not pull enough power? Doesn't go in fast enough. All right. And let's get those to 100. Give me 1 second. We'll pause for a second. All right. So as they get to 100% blazed up, remember you can automate all this with cables and so forth. Throw one into here, and it is going to give us. We can only throw one out in, right? Yeah, these do not. It doesn't take the blazed. Let's see here. What's taking so long? Power 67. Oh, there we go. Nope, they go down there. Blazing Infuser. I forgot what that does. But yeah, so this is now generating power. It is not my favorite source of power, but it will work, especially if you have a blaze farm. The power going into the cable there. What does, forgot what this does, or if it does even. Let's see, can we find out? Blaze, it's blazing. Blazing generator, agitator, and this device can infuse a blazing rod with dimensional shards. Okay, that's what it was. Uh, yep. Dimensional shards. Take one of those out. Can I not do more than one at a time? And so we're at infuse 17%. So what you would want to do, make it go through here, drop those from here into here with your dimensional shards if you have a large source of them. And then that is 867 ticks a second, or 867 RF a tick. And now we're up to 900 RF a tick. So you would throw that into here, and you see it's building up while dropping down. That's how many ticks it has left, to an 83 RF a tick. So, like I said, not my favorite, but it is an option. I think some people might go for this before they go for this, depending on what resources you have available to you, what kind of mob farms and so forth. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the episode. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Maybe you learned a thing or two. And if you did, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you have not, and don't forget we are over on twitch.tv/ElderBarrySirUp for live streams of at least 3 hours long on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Check the schedule on Twitch for your local times. I hope everybody has a great, wonderful day. At the time of this episode, we should be live or around that time, maybe a little after. Been having some issues with YouTube publishing on the wrong time zone. So today, while this episode is going, and this will be definitely live before we go live on Twitch. So stop by, say hi, and we'll see you soon. You take care, everybody.